Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Yesterday, December 5th, 2025, they put out an update in the Elden Campbell death story saying he drowned and his body was found on the beach in Florida. And as we covered, his death was very much by the numbers, dying 42 days after the NBA season began. Once again, I wrote a book about the murder of black celebrities in relation to the number 42 and why they do it. But notice, they saved the cause of death for 3 days after his passing, and it was a date with 42 numerology. December 5th, 25. 12 plus 5 plus 25. 42. And as we covered, Elden Campbell's died during the 80th season. His full name, Elden Jerome Campbell, equates to 80. And now adding insult to injury, his body was found in Pompano Beach, Florida on the 80th meridian west. And notice that's also the 26th parallel because they put out his cause of death on December 5th, the day leaving 26 days left in the year. And the article mentions he was teammates with Kobe Bryant. Of course, Bryant equals 80 and 26. The 1980 season was the battle of Kobe cities, LA and Philly. Keep in mind, Kobe died by the numbers at age 41 on the 26th day of January, which was the anniversary of Bear Bryant's death, the great football coach. And again, Bryant from the Temptations also died on the 26th of the month, October 26th. They had to mention that Campbell played 15 years in the NBA. Kobe equals 15. To read this article, newly obtained 911 audio indicates a man called in an emergency after discovering the body of late NBA star Elden Campbell washed up on the shore of a Florida beach earlier this month, according to a report from TMZ. Campbell died during what his family called a fishing tragedy in Pompano Beach, Florida on December 1st. Well, the cause of death has changed then, or the date of death. It was December 2nd when the news broke on December 3rd. December 1st is interesting because blood sacrifice equals 121. That would be a date with 58 numerology, like Los Angeles Lakers equals 58. Kobe Bryant equals 41 when you run it forwards, 58 when you run it in reverse, not to mention 58 is the 41st composite number. It goes on, he was 57 years old, thus he was in his 58th year of life. A 911 audio call obtained by TMZ on Friday, December 5th. Here's a caller say he found something that looks like a human body washed up on the shore. It looks like a dead person on the floor, the caller told the 911 operator in the audio clip. Campbell's body was later discovered by police next to a jet ski along the beach around 8 p.m. Kobe wore 8 when he came in the league and played with Elden Campbell. That's also 2,000 hours military time, and death equals 20, like Kobe died in 2020. The outlet reported. The retired NBA star was pronounced dead minutes later by first responders. A 911 dispatch call obtained by People Friday confirms first responders were sent to Pompano Beach at the time for what was initially called a case of cardiac arrest. The dispatcher then says the person was found deceased. Keep in mind, drowned equals 38, like Florida, like death, like murder, like killing, like RIP. Like how Murder by Numbers has the 38 right on the cover. On Wednesday, December 3rd, Sandra told the New York Post that her brother had been out fishing the day he died. It was all of a sudden, Sandra said. He wasn't sick, he was out fishing. Campbell's sister added that her brother was such a big pillar and a staple to our family, telling the Post he's going to be terribly missed. The 7-foot power forward played 9 seasons with his hometown Lakers, who drafted him 27th overall. Got to make you think of the 27 club. Some of them ended up drowned in the bathtub, like Jim Morrison, who died the day his father retired from the Navy. His father that had a lot to do with starting the war in Vietnam, which was something also out to sea. The Gulf of Tonkin incident. Don't forget Clemson equals 27, where he played college basketball, and Clemson had the big game versus Alabama the day his death was announced. 27th overall in the first round of the 1990 NBA draft after playing college basketball with Clemson University. The Los Angeles native later went on to play the rest of his career with several different NBA teams, including the Charlotte Hornets and New Orleans Hornets. Of course, Kobe was drafted by Charlotte. The Seattle Supersonics, the Detroit Pistons, and the New Jersey Nets. And yeah, that's not the whole article. You know, it gets into him playing with Kobe and Shaq. And again, you just got to say, what are the odds? He died during the 80th season on the 80th meridian, and his cause of death was put out on the day, leaving 26 days left in the year. Of course, this 80th NBA season will end in 2026. If you missed the initial post, it was right here. 80's the 57th composite number. His Clemson Tigers were playing the Crimson Tide the day they broke the news. If December 1st is now the cause of death, he would have died 41 days after the season began, like he wore 41. Or you could also say what would be the 42nd day of the season rather than 42 days after the season began. Again, initially they did report that he died on December 2nd. Oh, I should mention that Elden Campbell equals 67, just like blood sacrifice and human sacrifice. Don't forget, Kobe died on 67 date numerology, January 26, 2020. 1 plus 26 plus 20 plus 20, 67. What else equals 67 is water. Drowned in the water. So yeah, once again, R.I.P. Elden Campbell. And it's just a reminder, you know, show business is deadly business. A lot of these guys don't get to live that long. 57, you know, it's a fraction of the life you're supposed to live. So, again, RIP. Be nice if some celebrities started speaking out against this. I think things would change overnight if the celebrities came out against it. I imagine they're probably all afraid if they spoke out, they'd be the next one in the obituaries. The next one's to be labeled crazy because that's what we do in this country. Somebody comes with the facts and sees through the obvious lie, and then immediately, crazy word comes out. The reality is you got to be crazy to believe a thing they report in the news. It's nothing but lies.